Today I wanted to try to get this out before Christmas so that after Christmas you might be able to find some of these parts even cheaper. But we're going to show another way of lighting up your agate finds. So this is one of those snow globes that come from the dollar store. It comes with this centerpiece that seals it if you're going to put water in there. Of course, we're not going to be putting water in, so we're just going to toss this. This is not going to be a DIY from beginning to end, but I'll show you what I did here. So this is the lid. So what I did is I took an awl and I poked a hole in it with the awl. And then I heated it with a lighter and made it just slightly bigger. And then these are the lights that come in for wine bottles. So when I turn it on, okay, I turn it on, you can see it's lit up there. So what we're gonna do, and I fed it through that hole. Now you could also make this hole bigger so this cork fits right down inside of there also. But I'm gonna put this up on a stand, so this will be hidden, so it doesn't really matter. This just gives you an idea of what you'll be able to do with it. So I'm going to start putting the rocks in here. Most of these are going to be agates that we have found at the beach, although some will be river agates as well. So when I get about that many in there, I want to start feeding this in because you you don't really want it near the outside. You want to have it more going down the middle. So that way you don't see the lights like right up next to the glass. Okay, I'm going to set that down in there. And then pile some more rocks on top. Don't want to drop them in too heavy because you don't want to break your lights. Just get them placed in there. Of course, the clearer your agates, the better. You'll want to use as clearer ones as possible. I do have like this little black blue agate. I don't think I'll put him in there. Definitely going to have to use some river agates. I don't have enough of the little smooth, the little smooth beach agates, so I'll have to use some river agates. That one's kind of solid, so I don't want that one. Okay, that's getting near the side, so I want to bring that in. Since it's on wire, you can twist it around pretty good. You can start putting in some bigger ones here and there. The rocks will kind of hold it in place. So it takes a little bit of time to get them placed around there. And kind of just, like I said, I didn't want the wire to show, so try to keep it towards the middle, but close enough to the edge so that your lights are kind of near the edge too. Because, you know, they're not the brightest lights. Sorry about that. I just pulled, that was my buzzer. I just pulled an apple and a cherry pie out for Christmas Eve tomorrow. Okay, now my wire, I don't want my wire to show, and it's getting near the edge there, so I need to move it over. Bend that wire in. The bottom, you maybe could do a few darker ones because I'm going to be turning it upside down and setting it in something, so it won't, the bottom ones won't show as much. So you want to, if you have some pretty or special agates, you want to put those near the top. The bottom here, but the top when it's turned over. Okay, I'm just going to keep filling this up. Make sure too to kind of shake it down, wiggle it so that when you turn it over, you don't have all these gaps and then your wires go to the edge. You want to fill in. What's nice, I collect even the little tiny agates, and this is when they come in handy because they take up all of that space. Okay, so you're going to want to fill this clear to the top so that when you turn it over, you don't have, you know, a lot of empty space. I still got a light right there, and I want to be sure he's down in there. These little wine cork bottle lights, I got these at a hardware store. It's a private owned store, but it's kind of like a Jerry's, or I mean, it is Jerry's. I don't know how many places have Jerry's, but like a Home Depot or Lowe's. You can order them online too. Sometimes they're really inexpensive, and other times they're kind of high. And then they take the little round batteries. I'm not sure what size they are. I figure when they run out, I will just go in and grab a pack of them. Because that's what's nice. You don't have to undo this every time as long as your lights are working. Just redo your batteries. Okay, I think this is almost ready. I kind of shook it down several times. I could do a few more on there. Okay. Let's turn this on. I am going to have to turn the light off though, so you can see it. Look at that. Turned out pretty good. This side I don't know if I didn't get the lights as close to this side, or maybe they were more carnelian type agates. But, and then this, you know, this was just from and that's hanging down below. Of course, this is just from the dollar store, but you could do anything. Like, look here. Here's my favorite John Wayne mug. Of course, now you can't see with the lights off. Put that down in there, and it sits there. So you could set it in whatever you want, as long as there's something for that battery pack to be in. Now, there is stronger lights that you can get too, that they use the AA batteries, and they might be a little brighter. I'm not really sure. But look at that, isn't that pretty? My camera's not real good for dark, so hopefully you can see that well. And hopefully that just gives you an idea of something, another way of lighting up your agates. Okay, and here it is with the lights on, so you can see it there. And see it dangling. Here was my John Wayne mug. So I mean, you could put it in anything. A favorite bowl. If you buy these are at the dollar store too. They're just those little boxes. You could paint this, you could decorate it. Another thing that I thought would be really pretty is to have different wreaths for the season. You know, the small wreath that you can buy that would just fit around this, and put it up on something like this, maybe not quite as tall. And then you could change the wreath to the seasons or the holidays. Something else I just wanted to show you that the dollar store had. Now these, by the way, are plastic. They're not glass. These are the little ornaments that you get there at Christmas time. So after Christmas, you might be able to get these for like 50 cents because sometimes they do half price. On this one, what I would do is drill your hole slightly smaller than the top. So when you insert it up through there, your little switch would still be hanging down below. That little black switch that turns it off and on. And then fill it, you could fill it with the rocks, so your switch would turn on down here. That'll wedge in there pretty good if you make it a nice tight fit. This though is really flimsy, so I would do a different type of cord, like maybe some hemp twine or something like that. I would also, along the base of this, do like some E6000 glue, because these are, you know, they're cheap made, but they're really pretty once you get them all put together. And then you could decorate them, you could have them for Christmas. Or I have these hooks. I have an archway in the house, and I have these arrow hooks on each side, and I've thought about doing them just to hang from those on each side of the archway with the agates inside. So just another idea of something that you can pick up from the dollar store, tweak it a little bit to make it stronger. Get those bottle lights, make the right size hole, shove that through there, and then you can light this up as well. It won't take near as many agates. This actually took quite a few. So anyway, I just wanted to get that out to you before Christmas so that maybe after Christmas you can hit some of those sales and maybe get some of these items. We'll probably do one more video this year, I hope, kind of maybe a New Year's video. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. God bless you all. And until next time, we'll be keeping life simple.